Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. Well, we're heading down towards the blue Mediterranean Sea. So sit back and relax. Adjust the flip-flops. Get yourself a tot or two, perhaps a Romeo and Juliet if your name is Lord Scully. And sit back because we're off to downtown Kato paradise on a truly spectacality of a morning indeed. The weather is simply amazing. It really is. We're coming to the very end of September, and if you're curious to know what the temperature is, at just before 10 in the morning, it's 30 degrees. Yes, you heard me correctly, 30 degrees. But perhaps if your name is my cousin King James and you're about to get on a big bird in 3 or 4 days, isn't it now, and you're worried about the weather forecast because they have told us that coming over the weekend is going to be some thunderstorms and the possibility of some torrential rain. But of course this is Cyprus, so of course it's not going to last very long. They're saying thunderstorms on this coming Monday, and they're saying thunder showers on the Tuesday. On the Wednesday, guess what? Back to normal. Temperature's coming down a little bit, obviously, as we enter October, but it's going to be around about 28 degrees. The sun is going to be shining. That sea's going to be blue. That sky is going to be blue. Mr. Paul is going to be dressed head to toe in blue. So all that's going to be missing is you. So get yourself on that big bird or that canoe and start paddling like crazy. It's Paphos Cyprus, Marika and me, we're waiting, especially for you. Now I'd like to do a big shout out to some of the superstars that, well, one, watch the channel, and two, gave us the great honour to sit with us over the last few days. Last night we sat with the superstars known as Lady Ali, Sir Neil, Sir Brian, and of course Lord Michael. And unfortunately they're going back to Norwich today, which is a great shame, but we know they've had a great holiday in Coral Bay and they popped down to the Harp area a few times. Lady Ali's been treated to some sponges from Mr. Chris. She's had the shiver eye. She's had all sorts of things courtesy of Sir Neil's wallet. And of course Sir Brian celebrated his birthday in the downtown Kato Paphos harbour, and we had the great honour to celebrate that birthday with him. And again, last night they came and spent their last evening with Marika and me. We were also graced by some other superstars. Lady Tracy, she was there, and we had a great time indeed. And one or two people came over, Bernard and Jean, they came over and said hello, and we'd like to wish them a very good trip back to the UK, and we're looking forward to seeing them around about September next year. And of course Lady Tracy has said that she'll be flying into town in the same couple of weeks. So old friends, we'll meet again. Simple as that. Now we're dropping down to the Limassol roundabout from the village of Konia. If you're curious to know exactly where we are, we're going to go straight over that roundabout and we're going to start our ascent down towards downtown Kato Paradise, which of course is the downtown Kato Paphos harbour. If you come into Paphos on your holidays, perhaps if you are staying in Coral Bay or Kisonica or Konia, who knows? There's lots of places to stay, obviously, but probably, and it's highly likely that you will pop down to the promenade and the harbour area, because of course that is the main event in Paphos. On the weekends all the locals descend down there and they strut their stuff up and down, and of course pack out the restaurants and buy balloons and go and chat with the panda and get that special picture. And now and again they get themselves on the little channel known as Marika and me. So big shout out to some of the stars that we've seen in the last few days. Again, we had the great honour to be graced with the presence of a gentleman and a true sir and a legend in his own lifetime. And of course that is Sir Martin, and of course he's got a beauty in his life, and her name is Lady Victoria. And they're going home this coming weekend, but they're going to come and visit us on the Friday night. And the rumour has it that the girl named as Princess Tracy, she's going to dress in a princess outfit and she's going to dance the Chuchuchka. Watching Receive LaBouffe, she's going to dance the Chuchuchka. And as I've said, there's a rumour going round that Sir Martin might adorn some suitable attire, and perhaps he will dance the Chuchka as well. And I've no doubt that Lady Victoria will join in as well. We're going to have a party on Friday night because there's a few people departing the Island of Love and heading back home to Blighty. But guess what? They'll all be coming back again very, very soon indeed. Forgive the road service. I mean, if your name is Lady, oh, so sweet Caroline, get your bottom on a memory foam pillow. But just before you do, pour that tot or two for the legend, for the superstar known as Lord Nigel of the Big Guns. Because the road surfaces in around Paphos, to be honest, are getting absolutely diabolical. I think the word Sherlock Holmes is just, it doesn't encompass it enough. Sherlock Holmes, if you're new to the channel, by the way, stands for S-H-I-T. When it gets worse than that, we start going to William Shakespeare. And when it gets worse than that, well, there's a chap called Geoffrey Chaucer, and I never could get my tongue around that language, that was for sure. Downtown Paphos is coming up, so don't click off just yet. I'll leave you in a little bit of silence while I light my Romeo and Juliet, courtesy of the legend, the superstar in downtown Dublin. And of course, he's got a LaBouffe, and his name is Lord Derek Scully. Thanks very much for the super thanks again, Lord Derek. Very, very much appreciated, and of course it keeps us afloat. What am I talking about? Well, thanks button on YouTube. If you want to make a contribution to the channel, that's what you hunt down. So where the thumbs up is, that doesn't cost you a penny. That just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen. If you hit the subscribe button and join us, and again, doesn't cost you a single penny, it just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen. And of course, they recommend us to more like-minded people like yourself, clever people, as I say. Now, if you want to make a financial contribution, if you keep going across, you'll find the shorts button, you'll find the download button, and next to that is the heart-shaped button with a little red $sign in the middle, and that's how you make a contribution, from €1 up to €1,000,000 if you feel generous enough. And of course, we appreciate every single penny that you send. That's what keeps us driving around. That's what keeps us going down to the downtown Kato Paphos Harbour, making videos especially for you. You can also help us out and fund us in another way, which many, many people do, and that's on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. That's it, Buy Me a Coffee platform. So you Google the words Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, up will come our landing page and some further information about us. And of course, you can choose to buy us that virtual coffee, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. And of course, that's how you get that special birthday mention, anniversary mention, perhaps a special video that you want, or perhaps you're just feeling generous. Who knows? But we thank you again from the bottom of our 2 hearts. And you can also join us as a superstar member on the Buy Me a Coffee platform at only €10 a month. Take all the complexity out of it. Automatically every month, €10 will virtually come to us, and of course it will keep us driving around making these videos especially for you. And you'll get a special title, you'll get special privileges, and of course you will get that little bit closer to Marika and me. We're now on the final descent. This is the tree-lined avenue down to downtown Kato Paphos. I'm going to show you some of the hotels. We're going to get a quick look at the promenade, and we're going to work our way towards the harbour area. So the main event is coming up, and I warn you now, on this road, if you are in a car, perhaps if you've hired one, if you've stolen one, if you've borrowed one, or if someone has very kindly loaned you one, stick to the speed limits. The speed limits in around Paphos in general is about 50 kilometres an hour. So that's about 30 miles an hour in English. So if you drive around at about 60 to 65 kilometres an hour, the boys in blue won't even flinch. They are very, very generous people indeed. But they get very, very upset if you go over 69 kilometres. Then they pull you over and they have to do a bit of work, and they're not happy. They get very, very irate. And then you have to go on the internet and pay the fine and make the Cypriot government that little bit richer than they already are not. Now, let's go straight over and head down towards the Olympic Lagoon Resort. So that's a 5-star luxury resort that sits on the cusp of the blue blue Mediterranean Sea. Of course, it's a great hotel, and it's waiting especially for you. If your name is Lady Beverly, and you've got a man in your life who's your husband now, and of course that's Sir Owen. Well, they checked in there this time for their honeymoon. They had a great time, and guess what? They liked it so much that they booked in to do it all over again. And there's many people who like to do it over and over again. So that's the Olympic Lagoon Resort right in front of us, and it is a great hotel. And one of these days we're going to go and storm that hotel especially for you. This area here is known as the Triangle, by the way. Quite a few restaurants around this area, so if you are in a hotel down this way, you haven't got that far to go. And if you want an Irish pint, well, there's the Shamrock. There you go, Lord Scurry. If you want to go in there and get yourself a pint of Guinness or Murphy, it could be waiting especially for you. Now, talking about Murphy, there's a girl in downtown South Wales. Her name is Miss Debbie, and she's got a dog called Murphy. And she was pondering on whether to call him Guinness, but she prefers Murphy. And so do I, and so does Murphy. And what a great looking dog he is. He likes to tune in to the little channel known as Marika and me. One or two other dogs tune in as well, by the way. We've got a Miss Scribble. She likes to watch now and again. We've got a dog called Ollie Wally, and he lives up in downtown Staffordshire. He likes to tune in. And there's an awful lot of things going on the channel of Marika and me, as I understand. Alexander the Great Hotel, that's coming up on the left. Quite a few people like that hotel. Lady, oh, so sweet Caroline loves it to bits. And of course, so does Lord Nigel Big Guns. And as we speak, the girl in charge of the show, she's booked herself in there, and she's got another week and a half to go. Yep, she likes to stay for 3 weeks and enjoy the beauty of Paphos, and she likes to hang out with Marika and me. And of course, on Friday night she's coming down for the grand finale of when Princess Tracy and of course Sir Martin and his lady Victoria are going home, and we're going to dance the Chuchuchka in the downtown Kato Paphos harbour, and all that'll be missing will be you. So on that note, I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit that like, click that subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. I'm going to let you get a glimpse of the Kato Paphos promenade, and that's it. But don't forget to come back for the next Little Drive episode of Mr. Paul's Breakfast Club, because we'll be going to the downtown Kato Paphos harbour. There's the promenade in all of its spectacality. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.